Hello guys, this is your boy, the one and only, the notorious Nas. Hey, so I'm back with another video, and on this one, you all know what's happening at the state. You all know what we'll be analyzing for. By the way, let me just say, while getting ready for CPI, we're just gonna do some technical analysis on our bigger time frame, see what we can maybe use during CPI. Understand? And this won't be a signal, guys. This is going to be analysis. Understand? So yeah. I just try to analyze and see what we should expect today around 3:30. Understand? So I'm going to start with Nasdaq. As you saw on the poster thing, it's a poster or it's a thumbnail, whatever. Ne? I'll be analyzing Nasdaq and Nasdaq USA30 and USD JPY with you guys. Understand? So yeah. So currently now I'm on Nasdaq. Hey guys, I just woke up. Sorry for my voice, ish. So currently on Nasdaq, as you all know, first things first, we look for major zones, and I'm on my weekly time frame, guys. Look for our major zones. Okay, so I'm done with my major zones. As you see, there's my major turning points. Understand? There's my major turning points. You can see here, touched here, did whatever, understand, bought massively, then 10 there. So those are major zones. Or it's a major zone, you will tell by the way it turns, understand? So yeah, let's just get deeper with our analysis. And this downtrend has been here for a long time. This downtrend on the, what do you call it? The downtrend on the weekly time frame, this downtrend has been here for a long time. I don't think it even respects this downtrend. So yeah, by the way, I'm not going to use this downtrend, guys, because it doesn't really react that much on a bigger time frame. Understand? Because you see, it broke out here, but it's like, whatever. I'm not going to use that downtrend as any of my confluence or analysis. Understand? So, okay. By the way, let's get into the what understand. So I got my zones and I got my zones now. So now I just want to get like a trend. Understand? I want to get the trend and see where the market is currently heading. And I'm not going to use a bigger time frame. I'm going to use these smaller time frames. Understand? I'm going to use these smaller time frames. Oh, what I recommend? Yeah. On a daily time frame, you can see like an uptrend there. But here, it's like I'll be forcing it, guys. Yeah. For real, it's like I'm forcing it. Okay, let me just put it like that. Put it like that. Hey, today's structure, guys, it's not. Hey, today's structure is boring. Straight. The structure. Mm. Currently, Nasdaq is strong, guys. Currently, Nasdaq is strong, but you see the zone. You see the zone here. There's a zone there, and check how it reacted. Mara, aye, man. This zone can't be strong anymore because when you check here, it wiped out people there. So it can't be strong anymore. So there's a possibility that this zone gets wiped out, understand? There's a possibility that zone gets wiped out, understand? So yeah, that's my analysis, guys. I'm not going to go deeper with the analysis, understand? Because if I can go deeper to like smaller time frames, I'm just going to mess up the analysis, understand? Not even mess up the analysis, like the time frame, smaller time frames are going to create a lot of structures, understand? For now, I can go and get a downtrend there on the 15 minutes time frame. Understand? I can go and get a downtrend, and I'll be like, okay, if it breaks out, I'll execute my buys today around 2:30. Then it breaks now around 9 or around 10. Understand? So yeah, that's why I won't use like smaller time frames now. Understand? As you see, that's my analysis there. You can see where the market is heading. So I'll be going to my smaller time frames around, when will be the news be released? Okay, 3:30, so around 2, I'll be on my smaller time frames checking for, what do you call, for some confirmation. Understand? Since you see that Nasdaq looks strong there, Nasdaq looks strong. So I'll be going to my smaller time frames, guys, to like check for some other confirmations. Understand? I hate this structure, guys. This structure is not nice. I hate this structure that Nasdaq is creating. But let's try USA30. Okay, let me just view this thing. Hey, I'm even bored because this structure is not, guys. This structure is not what I was expecting. Look, it's not like sitting on any zone. I like structures that maybe sit at a zone during like news times, but this one is not sitting at any zone. That's why I say I hate this structure. But it looks strong, and it looks strong. So if we can go to our smaller time frames and get like confidence that okay, we can buy, then I think we'll be executing buys. But that's not the signal because I didn't analyze on smaller time frames yet. So on smaller time frames, we'll want to like confirm this setup, but with smaller time frames, understand? So yeah, that's my setup for Nasdaq. Let's go to USA30. Maybe USA30 has like a nice setup. Will give us a nice setup. No Nasdaq, understand? And if these indices are gonna do this, and with these crazy setups, I won't trade them. I'm telling you, I'll go for currencies. And what I realized during CPI, NFP, a lot of people don't trade currencies. They just want to trade Nasdaq and USA30. And most of you guys lose during those times. Why don't you trade currencies? Guys, did you know that currencies like during news time, and they're the ones that mostly follow technical analysis. Understand? That's why you see last CPI was trading currencies. Understand? So focus more on currencies. If during news you can trade, what do you call? If during news you can trade these indices, because some of you are just forcing. Understand? You can see that I can trade anything, but not like you can trade NFP, but you can trade indices during NFP or CPI or any news event. And so just change, go to currencies, try currencies. And me, like, okay, I can trade indices during any news release. But what I'm good at, it's, what do you call, it's currencies. Understand? I know, hey, with currencies, guys, ah, my accuracy when it comes to currencies, it's too much. It's too much. There's this other day, and I even regretted, guys, like analyzed currencies and analyzed indices. But because I wanted to make a lot of money, I know that, okay, indices pay a lot, and I traded indices because indices, like, yeah, USA did. I remember I was trading USA did. I executed my buys, then it went against me. And I remember I analyzed currencies and on the currencies direction, and like I was correct. And if I took the trades on those currencies, I was gonna win. But just because I wanted to make a lot of money in that. Yeah, so by the way, this is USA 30, as you see. I was trying to get my zones there. Trying to get my zones, my strong zone, major zone. So I'm done. Now let's go to our daily time frame. Let's go to our daily time frame to get the direction. To get the direction. To get the direction. Nah. Okay, at least USA30 setup and it's the only one that looks nice, understand? But let's just try to get deeper with it. See this zone, and that zone, guys, might be the one that holds USA30, makes USA30 to drop, understand? So as much as we see an uptrend, understand? Don't forget there's a zone there. Understand? There's a zone there. So that zone, guys, might hold USA30. And here's another breakout here. You know, guys, when there's a breakout like that, I realize that if the market does a breakout like this and then comes back and do this thing of respecting maybe that zone again, there is high possibility that the market is gonna come back and wipe out that zone again, understand? Because it already wiped out it, understand? So yeah, you see, I hate it when I get setups like this. Today's setups are I. Mara, we'll see, guys. We'll see. And so on USA30, I'm not going to give you a signal, guys. I'm going to tell you how to analyze, understand? I don't want you to be lazy, understand? As we all see, and there is a zone there, and USA30 is approaching that zone, understand? So make sure that you go to your smaller time frames and get proper setups, guys. Understand? Get proper setups. If maybe around 3, it will be like it will break this zone before 3 and get that maybe it's retesting, or even if it's not retesting, just like maybe ranging or doing some other stuff there. If you go to small time frames and get that, okay, we see a buy, or yeah, buy setups, and then we can execute some buy, because we know that, okay, that resistance zone already was wiped out, understand? So yeah, even if it's not like they didn't break this zone and I get that they didn't break that zone, you see, on this setup, guys, you must think, guys. Don't just execute. On your setup, you must think. Maybe it's okay, let's say maybe around 2 and it's on that zone, understand? So make sure that you check out the smaller time frames to confirm where the market is really heading. If you're confused, don't execute trades on USAT. Leave it alone, understand? If a setup confuses you, leave that setup alone, understand? This one, if now it's gonna confuse me, I won't touch it, understand? I won't touch it. As I said, if indices confuse me, I'll go for currencies, understand? So yeah, USA32 currently looks strong. Nasdaq looks strong. But on USA30, there is that zone there. Understand? There's that zone. And even on Nasdaq, I think there's the same set. Okay, Nasdaq is a bit far. Understand? Guys, you see, today's setups, I don't like them. Okay, let's jump to what's this again? USD JPY. Let's jump to USD JPY. 1 week. Today's setups, guys, I don't like setups like this, Shem. Like setups like these, guys, need you to like think a lot, understand? Be sure with your analysis, understand? Don't just say, hey, investing.com says what, and then I'm gonna execute buys. Nah. And by the way, guys, must I even say this? Okay, let me just say this, and because some people just like watching news, and then if they see there's good news, they're gonna execute like some buys. Guys, just because the news are good doesn't mean the market is gonna buy. Understand? Just because the news are good doesn't mean the market is gonna buy. That's why you get that. You see those Nasdaq companies, and that's why you see that. Okay, sometimes those companies will be all bearish, but the market will buy. Understand? And you'll see me executing buys. Understand? It's because okay, I use the investing.com, but I focus more on technical analysis. So if I see that in my technical analysis showing me a strong buy, or I just playing around the strong uh, support zone, understand? Obviously, that's going to be a buy. And then investing.com just showing me that companies are not performing. I don't give a fuck. Then I just jump to my technical analysis, follow my technical analysis. Yeah. So, yeah, always know that good news doesn't mean that the market is going to buy. The news might be good, but know that news don't control the market. Market makers are the ones who control the market. So the news can be good, but it's get that the market spikes down. Understand? So yeah, still on our USD guys. Managed to get our MRA USD The structure looks nice. I don't want to lie. The structure looks nice. Aye man. Aye man. Uh, USD No, this one, the structure looks nice, guys. Okay, wait, ish. Look now, I'm quiet. Sorry, guys. Currently, what we see on USDG is it was on a strong downtrend, understand? Well, on a strong downtrend, and we managed to get a breakout there. We got a breakout, and then came back to retest on the trend line, understand? Retest on the trend line, and that was a nice rejection candlestick, as you see, bought massively, and now it's playing around the is it a resistance zone or support zone? I don't even remember. I don't even guys, I don't even remember these zones, huh? So don't be confused. Those zones you don't even have to remember if it's a support or a resistance. But we all know that okay, if the market comes here, we should expect this. If the market comes here, we should expect this. If it breaks, if it comes here, this. So yeah, there's so I'll even go to my 4 hour guys because I see the market is playing around that level. Understand that we just identified. Uh, but currently USD is looking good too to execute maybe some buys. Understand? I see we had our first touch, the second touch, but I don't think it will come back for our what do you call for our third touch. I don't think it will come back. And we just have had like a strong resistance zone. Okay, currently what I can say I expect here, guys, and is if around two it plays around this zone, guys, we'll be executing some sales. Understand? If it plays around that zone, because it's going to be like a strong zone. Understand? That's a strong zone. When you check here, we had our first touch, second touch. So it makes this thing that zone a strong zone. And so if maybe around two we see it playing around that zone, then I'll be expecting some sales. Understand? And I think I made the mistake. I said buys, and then now I'm crazy sometimes. Sells, guys. So if it plays around that zone and then around 2 CPI, I'm expecting a strong sell. Understand? I'm not manana, shalom. Hey, I'm manana. Hey, sorry for that, guys. It's my little brother. Hey, these boys are annoying. So yeah, that's what will be, I'll be expecting if like maybe around 2 it's playing around that zone. And but don't forget that we'll be confirming using our small time frames. Understand? We'll be confirming using our small time frames. Understand? So yeah, I'm done with you guys. Hope you have a profitable CPI. Understand? You have a profit. I'm still here for you guys. Understand? So yeah, I'm out.